It's hard doing this. I sit here and ask you questions. Sometimes you answer me, sometimes you don't. Sometimes I hurt you. Sometimes you annoy me, and then I hurt you even more because it's really quite relaxing. I like that part. You see, just occasionally I want to know things. You know these things. I don't know these things. We share our knowledge and everybody comes away with what they want. We all live happily ever after. Apart from you, of course. Do you know, off the record, of course, I'm not even entirely sure that this works. I could theoretically hurt you so much that you'd tell me anything at all to get me to stop. And then it's my turn. I have to work out when you're lying. I have to work out when you're telling the truth. And I have to work out what kind of pain you're most afraid of, so that you'll tell me everything, to get me on your side, to get me to stop. But you'd be a waste of time, I can tell. I didn't have to ask you any questions. I didn't even have any questions to ask you. I don't need your mind. I need your body. But you're a coward. And if there's one thing I find the most boring of all, it's cowardice. I'm ever so sorry about the mess. Some people simply don't know how to answer a straightforward question. And yet I do all this because I want to know things. The things people think when they're scared. The fun little tidbits of information that people throw my way before they die. People always lie. We lie from the moment we know how to the day that we die. Most people take their secrets with them. But when someone dies in this room, I get to know them. I get to know who they really are, what they die for, what they'd suffer for. And for that split second before their end arrives, I'm not bored. I'm fascinated. The human mind is such a wonderfully complex place. It's such a shame that it takes such a huge amount of effort to make it interesting for such a short amount of time.
Help me. Bring him here.
This is fun, isn't it, Stephen?
He told me about you. He said you were insane, evil.
No, people always lie. And we lie to the people we love, most of all.
But for all your insanity, I know what this is really about.
By all means, fire away.
He had the one thing you don't, the one thing you search for.
This all sounds very dramatic, please.
He had his answers. He knew why he did things.
Ha! There are no answers, you fool. There is nothing. There is only the cold emptiness of life and the black end of death. I do the one thing I can to alleviate my pain and boredom. Despite what your dear brother was so keen on telling me, everything really is meaningless.
And you're afraid. You're afraid of him because you know he's stronger than you.
He's dying. Bleeding. His life will end.
You're a fool. He's not lying in some hospital bed waiting for you to hunt him. He's out there, waiting for you on his terms. We had a saying, me and him. A saying we'd say to each other each time one of us hurt the other. A saying you could never understand.
In brotherly love abides great sorrow. I know.
The bells will ring. And the night will fall. Stephen. No scar. It's not Stephen. You haven't killed him yet. Come on, you coward.
Don't be so hasty. I'm not here to end it all just yet. And even if I were, it'd be far more interesting than you wandering around waving that gun about, squealing about facing me down. Honorable death and all that. I can't wait to get started. Now that's just rude. I'm trying to talk to you and all you want to do is play with guns. As if there isn't enough of that in the world already.
Where is he? Where's Stephen? Where is he?
Manners maketh a man, old sport. I need to talk to you.
What could you possibly have left to say to me?
We've played this game. Cat and mouse, dog and rat for years. Years and years and years and years, and we'll go on playing it till one of us isn't here to play it anymore. Your dear friend Stephen was very interesting to talk to. He's exactly the sort of mind you'd attract. Loving, friendly, simple. I'm glad we finally got acquainted.
He was the only one who knew about the bells. He was the only one who knew where I'd come.
Come on, you were always sentimental and poetic. The bells will ring and the night will fall. You wrote that little verse a long time ago. Brother.
You lost the right to call me that a long time ago.
In your hatred, you rejected me and called him your brother. You even told him our verse.
In brotherly love abides great sorrow.
You found a brother to help you through this life. A man, oh, so much more noble than me. I am evil, or so the world sees me. I cause pain for my own amusement. I use suffering to bring meaningless joy to my lost mind. So here you stand, in front of a symbol of hope. Your very mind is twisted by the concept. Hope is the greatest illusion mankind ever had. Hope that there is something more. Hope that there is a reason to believe. Come with me. We can do this together. We can slip into oblivion knowing that we gave each other a brief respite from the pain. A moment of meaningless happiness in a world of sorrow.
There is no true joy in evil.
Evil. What is evil? What is any of it? How do you condemn me? You are. We live. We die. I know no more than that.
I do. I know there is right, and there is wrong, and there is a reason. You know, suppose I am the crazy fool you imagine me to be. Suppose I've just constructed a shield around me, weaving such a web of shadows that all the light entering is filtered through it. Changed. Seen as I want to see it. So here I am, stepping outside that shield, stripping away the constructs that my mind puts in place to understand the world. I see the world around me. I see you. I see how you see my path. I know how you came to be what you are. I know why you despise how I am. But here's the funny thing. According to you, my way is just a game. A play world. A fantasy. But I can make a game that beats your reality hollow. I can exist in a world where things have meaning. Where love matters. Where hope matters. Where doing good isn't just a construct of a conditioned mind. It means something. Life means something. I'm going to stick to my game. Even if there is no prize at the end.
You're a fool. I told your dear brother Stephen that killing him was boring. That hurt him. The thought hurt him, as I intended. But I lied. It was fun. Every death brought me satisfaction. This will be the first to cause me pain. You could never have destroyed me. The world is full of me. No matter what anyone does, people like me will always exist. To remind the weak-minded of the true fragility of their brief existence. You couldn't see that. You couldn't see the darkness. So you ran from me. But now I have you. Now I break you.
Just kill me.
No. Now you feel my pain.